Hi everybody, it's Nettie at Nettie's Dolls, and this is the pre-talk before my regular ramble. Today I am going to talk about my autistic diagnosis, not in a lot of detail, but kind of what might have led up to it, little bits and pieces. I am pretty nervous in this video, and I hope I don't ramble too much in it. I will be boxing 2 American Girl doll CYOs and redressing 4 dolls in total. So I hope that you enjoy the video and that you learn a little bit more about me and enjoy my lovely dolls. So, all right, let's get to it. Hi everybody, it's Nettie at Nettie's Dolls and welcome to my channel. I'm an adult doll collector and my videos are for adults. So it's been a while since I've done a video. I've put a couple of shorts up just to let you know I'm still breathing and everything. But I think my last one was early March. And I was actually talking about my mother-in-law in that video. So just a quick update so we can get into today's video. It ended up that she did have a stroke. And they ended up, she is in a long-term memory care facility, and she had to be in an area. I'm just putting Maya's arm down. She has to be in an area of the facility where she does not have free access to go everywhere, because the stroke inadvertently, it just really accelerated the dementia, so that she believes that she still works and is married and needs to get into a car to go to work. So they found that she started leaving her room and heading out the door, like trying to head out the door of the building. And so for her safety and peace of mind of everyone that loves her, she has a beautiful room, still gorgeous, and of course she gets out of that room, but she needs to have more managed care. So anyway, but she's doing as best she can, and tomorrow is her birthday, and she's going to be 83 years old. So anyway, all right, that was a long introduction. So it is April, and one of the things I had said in some previous videos was that I was going to talk about my autism diagnosis, and I'm going to interplay that into what dolls I'm opening up today. It has nothing to do with my dolls except maybe this one. She is Mya, and she is autistic. And, you know, she is a comfort doll for me big time, right? And this is actually truly me, 91. So she may be familiar. If you've been here on my channel, you've seen her before. So she's gonna, kind of keep me company. But so I am doing 2 unboxings today. And before I get into chatting a little bit about the, I'm gonna take the month of April to talk about my autistic diagnosis and my terms, my self-acceptance with the diagnosis and all that, probably while I'm redressing these dolls. So anyway, let's look at the dolls, okay? So I am talking about 2 CYO dolls that you've seen, obviously. You were looking at the title, you know that I'm talking about 2 of them that I'm opening up. So I know this looks huge right now. I will go ahead and, make it so that you can see both of them. So I am going to open up my first one, and this is Meeyah. And I actually had created way back in early December, and I only got her, I think I got her toward the end of March, so it took a long time to get her. And I think the reason why is because of the fashion that she is wearing, and it is this one, which is definitely been out of stock, and I don't think they're redoing this outfit anymore, this fashion. And I love it because it's it's got those cool shiny boots. It's very city. It is just, or country. It doesn't matter. I guess, I don't know. I think this is more urban. Maybe that's the better word, urban. It's more urban to me. And also, I have boy dolls that wear this fashion. So, and I did pick the Addy mold. As you know, Addy is one of my favorite American Girl doll face molds, and I just can't seem to have enough of them in my collection. I think right now my current count is I have 9 Addy face molds, CYO Addy face molds. So anyway, and I do have one custom. All right, let me go ahead and start unboxing her. And I don't know how well you're going to see, and I don't think that I want to fuss around too much. I did also find that the month of March was a time that I just had to kind of like work on myself, work, and I just didn't have time. I didn't have the energy to do any longer doll videos, and also I have been redoing my doll room, and I'm very close to being able to do a video, like a tour of my doll room, and I do have more shelves up. I used to have the white IKEA bookcases, and they just weren't working for me because of the size of my collection. So I'll later on, probably in June, I'll probably do an updated what I got new so far, the beginning of the year. So you'll see that. Now, let me get Mya's, did I call her Mya? Mya, right? I'm saying it Mya. Mya is what I meant to say. So, of course, here's the hairnet. And, you know, I get right into my professional voice, speaking voice when I do this. And then there. It's easy to do, not hard. And she does have textured hair. She is absolutely gorgeous. I'm looking at her first, okay? Like, I did do a quick unboxing, I did a sneak peek just to make sure they got her outfit. And she is absolutely beautiful. I picked out gray eyes for her, and she's got freckles, and you'll see in a minute as I get closer, but man, she's beautiful, and I absolutely love her. And I do have fashion that I have in mind for her. So, but let me go ahead and just show you what I picked. And I don't even know if I picked the set that would be kind of urban. Knowing me, I probably went with this because I thought that this might be nice to have some extras of this, and I may end up just kind of reselling this anyway. And I thought that she would have came with, oh, there's her cap. So she does come with a cap, right? This gray knitted hat, and I'll just stick that on her real quick. So, like that, and you can see what she looks like here. I've got her all messed up. Her hair is a little wavy. It's very, very pretty. Like I said, it's textured. Textured is probably one of my favorite CYO hairstyles that I like on my dolls. I just feel like you're getting more out of it. So yeah, basically this is just the Christmas, you know, the Christmas collection. And I just bought it because I thought maybe I would just sell it. And I didn't need a repeat of other things. And then I don't remember this belt. What this was for? Huh. I don't remember that at all. That's weird. Is this part of the deal? Like, I don't remember this having a waistband. Or maybe, oh, you know what? I probably picked a hairband. That's why. Okay, that's what that is. So I am going to put that hairband off to the side. And I am just going to put, wait, do I have anything else in there? Nope. All right, so I'm putting these away. I don't want to open them. I've opened them before, and I'm sure you've seen it on other, you know, channels besides mine. And let me close this up. And yeah, so really, really cool. I do not save these boxes. They're just so big. I have a couple, and I just find that you know, storage space is more important. So let's get a closer look at her. Now I do have ring lights on and some natural light coming through. So let's see, there's a little bit of sun you can see, right? And I do not know what skin tone I picked. I think that maybe it might be close to original Addy. Oh no, Addy's a little darker. So this is a little lighter. I'll try to see if I can find the original order number, and because they don't for whatever reason they don't give like the order number information in the box, and so it's like I have that I guess in the order, you know, online, so maybe I could figure that out. So but anyway, that's really cute. I love this outfit, and I'm like, I was kind of sad to see that they got rid of it. So anyway, that's why I think she took weeks and weeks and weeks, was because of that outfit. They were probably looking for it. So anyway, really, really cute. And excuse me, but I am going to pause for a minute because I do want to take some snapshots of her while she's still in this fashion before I undress her. So I'll be right back. Okay, there is a closer look at Mya. She is so pretty. My gosh, are her eyes green? No, I picked gray, right? When I look in the camera, I can never tell. Very, very cute. They do look green, don't they? You know what? Let me compare her to Mya real quick. Okay, I got green for her. Yeah, okay. That's all right. I love the green. So when I had ordered her before, I actually had found a Truly Me 31. I think that's the right number that I have, right? And that's Addy. And I got her, I had ordered her already, and then I saw the Addy, you know, or the Addy face melt, the Truly Me 31 on the Goodwill find, and I got her. And I was so happy to have her. And then I thought, oh, you know what? I ordered this one. Are they going to be like too similar? But they're not. They're not. They're different skin tone, and she is definitely unique on her own. So, wow, I love her. She is gorgeous, don't you think? Really gorgeous. And then here, let's just take a look at the back of her hair. All right, yeah. It's got a little wave in it. It's so pretty. Super, super thick. It's funny. I know I have other dolls with textured hair, but for whatever reason, hers is super full. It is gorgeous. Look at that, how gorgeous that is. Oh my God. Oh, I love her. Oh, I love her. All right. Let me go ahead and put her off to the side. And I am going to, I have to make a little bit of room here because I have a small table space. And I'm not going to undress her just yet. I actually want to open my other CYO that arrived really quickly. I ordered her in early March, and I felt like it only took 4 weeks to get her. So, and I had actually asked on Facebook, a Facebook group, about, like, I kind of like had 2 models up because I used the you know, the CYO creator, and asked people's opinion. And I was torn between getting her with brown hair, but this doll ended up having red hair, like everybody voted. So here, let's take a quick look at her. And she has the Josefina face mold. This is my first CYO with the Josefina face mold. She has beautiful gray eyes. She has freckles. And I also got her ears pierced. For some reason, I don't always get my doll's ears pierced. And I'm like, why not, you know? And, you know, I picked this outfit on her. It's cute. I picked it mostly because I like the sneakers. And I feel like you can't get enough white sneakers because white sneakers go with so much. And I may end up selling this outfit as well. I haven't decided. So anyway, let me go ahead and get her out of the box. But before I do, let's take a look at her name. And it says Lemuria. So I named her after like a crystal. And I think that Lemuria also might have been some like ancient people or spirit people or whatever. But I just thought that would be a really cute name for her. So I like it. And okay, I'm going to go ahead and get her out real quickly. Right. Thank goodness the dolls are so easy to get out. I'm going to be doing some more Our Generation videos. I have a lot to do, and I also have a lot of Mapley videos to make too. So there she is straight out of the box while her hair is gorgeous. See, now I do not have a Josefina face mold doll at all with red hair. So she's my first, and I'm glad I picked it. And I did have her hair styled. So we'll take a quick look at that as soon as I get this box out of the way. Oh, stand up. These dolls should always stand perfectly when you first get them. Uh-oh, almost knocked one down. And I'm almost knocking one behind me. Everything's a little busy. I think, yep, something just fell off of poor. Oh my God. Sienna, your hair. All right, sorry. I'm not used to my space yet. So, all right. So this is what she looks like with the hair, the wig cap, and then not wig cap, the wig net. All right, now this looks a little tighter back here. Let's see what I can do without mucking it up too much here. Okay, there it goes. All right, and I got her in pigtails. Oop, or 2 ponytails. And it definitely looks lopsided. Kind of don't like that. Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't look bad from in front. I'm looking at her quickly. Oh my God, is she beautiful. I don't know if I'll keep her hair in the pigtails, but for right now, that's what I like. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. What a good choice. Everybody that, you know, is in the doll group in Facebook, thank you so much for the recommendations. I know a few of you do watch my YouTube channel, so let's take a quick look at her. Oh my God, she's gorgeous. So pretty. Oh, and that is pretty cute. It does look lopsided, but you know what? It works from the front. And it's probably because she has a side part, right? So maybe. Oh my gosh, so cute. All right, and then this is the typical outfit, right? You know, one of their typical outfits. And I forgot to look at the box stuff. It's like, I don't even care about the accessories. That's terrible of me, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't care about, I guess because I have a few of them, and I wish that they would change the outfits more often with the generator. Let me find the box real quick. What? Oh, wait. Is that it? Did I move it? No. Maybe that's the wrong box. Yes, that's the wrong box. You're like, everybody's like, yeah, you know what? It's in there. Go back. You'll find it. Okay, like, I don't even know what I picked for her. All right, I did get glasses for her. I'm so surprised I didn't get glasses for Mya. I keep calling her Mya. Mya, and then I got the hairband, right? Typical. Oh, I got this outfit, right? So these accessories, a cute little purse. I actually picked this one out because, believe it or not, this goes for Barbie. Barbie can use this too. So, and then a compact, you know, for her makeup. And it comes, oh yeah, I also picked it because I like the I like the bracelet. And then she has a little drink. And what else? And a hairbrush. Yeah, I'm really surprised I didn't get glasses for him. Like, I always get glasses. Maybe I better look in that box again, but I'm pretty sure I didn't see any. Huh. All right, well, you know what? Before I do anything next, let me get all of the accessories out of the way. So, I need to take a breath. All right, so let me start talking a little bit about my autism diagnosis. So, you know, I kind of had a rough childhood growing up or whatever. You know, I've talked about that in the past. I'm not going to get into it too much. Let me start on, yeah, I'm going to just start undressing her, I think. Let me pick the fashion first for her. What am I going to put her in? Oh, I think I'm going to put her in something different. I may stall a little bit with my talking about this. So, I am actually going to put her in an Our Generation outfit. I think it's going to look cute. I happen to really like girls with red hair and pink, right? Obviously, I picked that. So, how did my story happen? So, I felt like I never had been, I don't think that I got, you know, I had diagnosis of post-traumatic stress disorder because of my family and things that had happened to me as a teenager and stuff like that, that I won't get into detail. And then even, you know, as an adult. So that was right on, right? That was always right on. But it didn't explain a lot of things like behaviors and sensitivities that I just, you know, thought everybody had them, and found that as I talked to people, like, I'll just use just an example. I cannot stand to hear dogs drinking water. Always bothered me as a kid till an adult. It's so painful to listen to that I have to cover my ears up. But now I wear headphones and stuff like that, so that helps. But you know, I'm just, you know, and I have lots of other examples of things, and like I can't tell my whole story in this video. I'm not going to do that. I think what I'm going to try to do is just kind of focus on the how I got to it. So without this becoming really long. So I have a grandson that is autistic, and so I started becoming more interested in autism because I did find out that it can be genetic. And you know, my concepts of autism was that it was, you were always a male, and you like didn't talk to people, or you were, you know, non-communicative, like you weren't verbal, you know, or you were like Rayman. Like that was my, you know, I'm just showing these, I don't know why, but that was my concept of what autism was. And I was really wrong, obviously, you know, and I think a lot of people have their, you know, they think that you can see what autism looks like in people. And I will just say that when and I've heard this in the community, that when you've met one autistic person, you've met one autistic person. So anyway, I got really interested in that. So I started watching different videos. I started doing some research, like a deep dive research into autism. And I got to get my snippers here. Hang on a minute so I can get this. Oh, by the way, before I do take it out, it is called, what is it called? Oh, it's called Ride the Rainbow. And it is new, and you can still get it at Target. So, and I think it's really cute, right? It's super, super, super cute. So, and I will show you everything that comes with it. So I'm going to just keep popping this out. So anyway, I got to actually snip. I should know better. This is our generation, and you always got to snip. So as I said, I started doing research, and you know, at first a lot of the videos that would come up were for children, you know, because people tend to think that you're only autistic as a child and that it doesn't follow you into adulthood, which is ridiculous. And that is not the case at all. When you're autistic, it doesn't just go away. And there will be people that say, oh, if you just stop eating grains and you stop doing this, you won't have autism. And that's not true either. I'm not saying that diet doesn't play a role in mental health. I most certainly believe that it does in my own experiences, but it doesn't change your autistic brain. So this is the scooter. How cute is that? That is super, super cute. I like that it folds and it's easy to put away. Really cute. All right, so, and it looks like you could probably, yep, you could set it down a little bit. It's a little tippy for right now. Oh boy. Okay. I'll show you later. I'll take snapshots of that. Now I got to focus on getting this outfit. So, see, they have little tags here. Little strings. Not too bad. So, I also started to understand that autism has different levels. It used to be, they're like, so I hope I'm not getting this wrong, because, you know, this is still really new for me. but my understanding is that they kind of say different levels of autism. They call it ASD, autism spectrum disorder. I do not think it is a disorder. I think that it is a condition or just a way of being. Sometimes our conditions, you know, can be more of a challenge for us, as I'm just ripping the heck out of this, so I need to pay attention. Hang on a minute. I can't always do one. I have to focus, okay, for a minute. It's not easy for me to talk and do things. Okay, those sneakers are really cute. Yes, they're plastic, but they're cute, and they will go with lots of outfits. All right, and still doing the strings. I'm going to stop the video so I can pay attention, okay? Okay, and then I like to mention that I keep these little pictures of what the outfit looks like completely, and then I write on the back what the name of it is, so that, and then I store it, you know, I like to put them in Ziploc bags, and that's what I do, and I like to keep it organized. So this is the romper. It's cute. Look, these are just basic, kind of like, I don't know, like a cotton or something. I'm not a fabric expert or anything like that, but it's cute. It comes with this see-through, look at that, iridescent backpack, and that is really cool. Really cool. I would love to have one like this for myself. And then this girl's got a sweet tooth, and she's got little lollipops, and they're orange and blue, right? Blueberry, and it looks like pink lemonade or strawberry. And then maybe that's the true lemonade. But yeah, that's really cute. Super, super cute. Wow, I do like that. All right, let me get that out of the way. I am just, yeah, boom, building. Like just so many boxes over here. All right, so that's cute. That's an easy outfit to get on her. It's pretty basic. And I'm trying to think how much I spent on this. I think maybe 14 bucks. Oh, she also had lime. Nobody likes the green lollipops. So let me stick that in. All right, anyway, so as I said, I got really interested, started watching YouTube channels on it, and before, lo and behold, I found that there were actually older adults with autism, and I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And, you know, then I started noticing that there was channels specific to the diagnoses in women, and how it has been actually misdiagnosed in women for years and years and years. And women that are autistic have been mislabeled as being bipolar, or even, oh my goodness, what is that one condition? I can't remember. Oh, I should have wrote this down. I'll put it in the description. I don't know. I'll think at it. Maybe it'll pop in my head. So anyway, let me get Meeyah dressed in this. It's cute. Super, super cute. All right. And yeah, so I started listening, and I was like, well, that's kind of like, you know, my behaviors, you know, and, you know, I realized that I definitely has sensitivities to noise, always have sensitivities to different smells. So sensitive, smells will wake me up out of a deep sleep. I mean, like what other smells people don't even notice. I have hypersensitivity to that. I also have a lot of hypersensitivity to sound. So work, you know, when I worked in the office, that was always such a challenge for me. It was so distracting for me that I started taking meditation classes. Okay, let's get this on. There, got it on. I started taking meditation classes just to block out noises, you know, from my office mates, and it seemed to help a bit, you know. And I would put on headphones, but then people would come into the cubicle and I'd be startled all the time. So this is very basic, but that is super, super cute. Now, if I thought about it and I left that box out, I could have probably put that bracelet on her. Let me see, because that would probably go with this outfit. So, and you know what too? This headband, right? That'll match. I think that would match pretty good. It's like a periwinkle color. Do I have a pair of scissors with me? I don't need them. Okay, it looks like this is going to pop out. So I think I'm going to put this on her anyway. Oh, there we go. Did I get it right? That's cute. Okay, so, you know, that's just a couple examples. You know, so then I started taking, they have like online assessments that you can take, like for self-diagnosis, right? And that's valid, okay? I did have a professional diagnosis, but so I did this self-evaluation, and I found that, like from the DSM-4 or 5, one of those, you know, psychiatric diagnostic tools. That looks cute. It's not an exact match, but it really works. And it does dress this fashion up a bit, don't you think? Oh, gosh. All right, let me go ahead and see if I can get her backpack on her. All right. Now, I'm going to have to sit her down for a minute. See if I can have her looking at you, so at least you get to see her beautiful face. Oh, well, they fell. Yeah. And the other stuff's going to fall in a minute. Oh, well, I'm such a mess. This is not one of those glamorous channels, okay? So I hope I make you all feel really good by yourself. So, come on. Let's get that in there. So yeah, it was always really hard for me to, I do a good job and I work very intensely, but I was always exhausted. And I came across this term of masking, right? Like masking behavior, trying to fit in and be normal with everybody. So anyway, so I did the self-diagnosis, which was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should get a diagnosis. Like, go ahead for an evaluation anyway, just for my own peace of mind. So before I did that, you know, I learned that there were different levels of autism. That's what it looks like. A lot of her lollipops fell on the floor. Thank goodness they're not real or sticky. So anyway, that's where they went. But I think this is super cute. So let me go ahead and see if I can get her on this for a minute. Oh. You know what? I forgot to take a picture of her in her original outfit. That's okay. I'll take pictures at the end. This you actually seem like you have to kind of prop it. It just doesn't want to stay on its own. There's no way. It's so floppy. I wonder if there's a kickstand or something. I'm looking at the bottom of this piece here, seeing if there was like a kickstand. Oh, there is. Discovery. Cool. So now it won't fall. All right. So word to the wise, there's a kickstand on the bottom. So yeah, now she can sit on it. Now I know my camera setup here in this room isn't the best, but I will take pictures at the end so you can see. All right. Let me put that off. Put her off to this side, Lemuria, and let me get Maya, who has been patiently waiting to be redressed. Okay. Get the box out of the way. Too much stuff. Okay, and there she is again. And I have this outfit that I got from a seller on Facebook. And I will, let you know who it's from. This is the outfit right there. Super, super cute. This person does not have an Etsy shop. So the different levels that I found out was they basically have 3 levels. They have level 1, level 2, and level 3. and you are diagnosed according to your support needs, right? So I am a level 1, and my psychologist said that, the clinical psychologist said that I would have been considered to have had Asperger's, but they don't use that term anymore because of the negativity associated with the research scientists who, you know, worked with the Nazis. So they want to disassociate the term of Asperger's. There are people that were diagnosed with Asperger's back in the day, and they choose to define their condition as Asperger's, and that's perfectly okay. So anyway, but my neighbor that has that diesel truck, he's backing up his truck, so you might hear that. These jeans are so cute. Oh my god, I love this. I love this outfit. Oh my gosh. And that t-shirt, man, live and play, so cute. All right, I'm gonna just have to put it down for a minute and get the Velcro off the back. Okay, or unvelcro. All right, this is such a cute dress. Look at that. Oh my god, it's really colorful. I know that's not a lot of people's cup of tea, but I actually picked this out for her. I picked it out for Mya because I thought it would look so cute for her. So let's get that on. So yeah, I took all this. So before I had my appointment, what I started doing was I went back and I was looking at my grade school. I had kindergarten through, I think it was 5th grade, report cards. And, you know, I found it really fascinating. It was really interesting to me. So, you know, I talked to my older sisters. I have 2 sisters. One is almost 12 years older, and the other one's 6 years older. So I was the youngest, right? And I grew up in the 1960s, and they never diagnosed girls with autism back in the day, okay? They just didn't. They thought it was only for males, and usually they thought it was for white males. And usually white males that were raised in, you know, maybe more upper class groups, you know, had money, families with money or whatever. So, but anyway, so I remember my sister saying to me that, oh, you spoke in, they called it gibberish. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, yeah, well, a lot of toddlers speak in gibberish. No big deal, right? No big deal. And when I looked at my report card, I realized that I was in kindergarten, and I was still, the teacher had said that Annette is unable to express herself in words. So I wasn't even using words, like very few, not very understanding. Like I had my own language basically. And I did not have any hearing disabilities. My hearing was as sharp as could be, and my hearing is still pretty darn good. Now, I could put these on her, right? But I'm going to put these shoes on her because I think they're a little dressier, right? And these are an off-brand, like I think they're the ASW brand or something like that. And this looks really cute on her. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And this is a nice cotton. Look at the lace she also sewed on it. And the button, look at the detail on the button. See? Can you see that? It's shiny, whatever. Yeah, I like it. I think this also would look good on Josefina maybe as well. I don't know. All right, I've got to lay Mya down so I can get this off. So, and, you know, and then that's just an example. I always had, like, reading disabilities. I always needed help with math. And I had speech therapy until 4th grade, and that was the last level that they offered it. And even in college, I still had people helping me with words, speaking with words and stuff. And it's really ironic because I'm a technical writer, so I can write fine, but speaking always had been a problem with me. There's just, my brain can move too fast, and sometimes it moves too slow. And you know what? Not for nothing, these would also look really cool with that. Oh my God, they would look so cool with this dress, like really spunky, right? So that's how I've got her right now, and I think she looks adorable. Wow, super, super cute. All right, let me move her out of the way. And I am going to show you another CYO that I have. She's already been unboxed. I got her, she arrived, I believe, in February for my birthday, and she has the Kaya face mold, and I have not done a video of her yet. I was waiting for my other CYOs to come in, and here she is. So I know some people like me not like that the Kaya face mold is used other than for Kaya. And I love the Kaya face mold, and I have my Kaya dolls, and that's historical Kaya. I also have Kaya as a modern, a Native American, an indigenous person, right? And I have Angel. She is Angel. She is, I don't even pretend, okay, that she is an indigenous person. She has a texture hair. I wanted her to be like a fantasy doll, like an angel, right? You know, that watches over me and is like my angel, my personal angel. And she's really cute. She does, like I said, have the textured hair. And I got her in the unicorn outfit because I thought it was really cute. But I am going to redress her in something you've seen before. It's the Love Shack Fancy, but I think it would look really cute on her. I've never opened this up, so I'd really like to see it on one of my dolls. Okay, so let me unzip, get her undressed, and I will try to talk about myself a little bit more while I'm doing this. Like I said, it's not easy for me to do that. So let me see. So yeah, my high school records throughout, you know, grammar school were really eye-opening, and I do remember kids always calling me weird, that I was weird. I mean, I did have some friends. I tended to make friends with people that were maybe different. They were neurodivergent. I realized they were neurodivergent, right? And, you know, now I know that. And I always got along with neurodivergent people much better. Always. And to this day. And I had a hard time keeping friends. A lot of times they moved away, you know, but, and I only ever had really one or two close friends. And I mean, I did have friends in high school because I played sports, you know, and as I got older, I learned to adjust a little bit more. But could be easily picked on. I was bullied a lot. I was bullied in grammar school sometimes. And then as I became more athletic, people liked me better, you know, like that was my thing. I was actually athletic. So, let me get her pants down here for a minute. Oh, goodness. Like, I know I'm going all over the place. I didn't, like, I wrote some things down, but not really. Oh, and the other thing that I used to do a lot as a child was I used to, it's not uncommon for autistic children to take off. Like, they get distracted and they see something and they disappear. And that happened to me at least twice or three times when I was very young. And yeah, what happened the first time, I guess I was taking a bath by myself. So I'm assuming I was like maybe 3 years old. And I guess I heard the ice cream man. I remember being older. I swear I was older. My sisters, I got two different stories. So, but anyway, I was in the bathtub and I heard the ice cream truck and they were playing music because I lived in the suburbs of Chicago. And I got out of the bathtub naked and I ran down the street. And I was running down the street naked as could be after the ice cream truck that would not stop for me. And I remember crying. and I got lost, you know, I was lost. And I guess what I ended up doing was, there was a creek in the back of our house, you know, in the backyard. And I used to like to play in the water, always was playing in the water, catching crayfish, you know, whatever. I kind of was like a tomboy as well. And so I remember, you know, following the creek, and my oldest sister, when they realized that I had left, let me show you this real quick. Oh my God, that is so cute. Look how beautiful that is. And look at the different patterns, right? You've got these big roses here, and then you got these tiny little prints, and then the medium roses again, and then a little different down here. It is like a different pattern, but it all works together, right? It does. It doesn't really clash. It's cute. And then I'm going to show you shoes real quick. Oh, these are going to be fun to get on. I'm not going to like this. And then it comes with the hair bow. And also, which is kind of neat, oh, it comes with, what is that? Look at, like, I don't know, paper dolls? Does it come with, like, an outfit in there? I don't see that. Oh, all right. Well, let me put that to this side. That's kind of neat. So, okay, I'll get her dress on first, because I know that I'm going to have a hard time with those shoes, the sandals. So anyway, my sister got on her bike looking for me. She said she was crying looking for me because they didn't know where I was. And she drove, I guess she rode her bike. She was about a mile away from our house, and she found me. And I was in the creek playing with a bunch of boys. And I was naked as a jaybird in the creek playing with these boys, right? Looking for fish or whatever, speaking my gibberish and just going to town and having a great time. So I remember riding on the back of the bike, holding on for dear life, and she was just crying, you know, tears of joy that they found me. So that was one time that I remember getting lost. And then what would happen to me a lot in the stores, the shopping stores, my mom would lose me all the time. She said I would be right there. She'd turn her head and I was gone. And it wasn't like I was trying to be bad. I wasn't like being sneaky. Oh, I want to go away. Like, I would get distracted, and my mom would lose me. And I remember I don't know what store it was, but they had a sound room. And I remember, I guess I was about 5, and my mom said that over the loudspeaker, all of a sudden, she heard this little girl singing the Beatles, "I love you, yeah, 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 woo, woo," and I kept doing it over and over. And then they got out, and then my mom realized that that was me. So she found me, right? The store manager found me. And I remember being in that area. It was like, like you could see the store. So it was like a security area, but they also played music up there. So, but yeah, then there were other episodes of me taking off and getting lost. And so that was really common for me. And they kept a better watch on me, you know, when they realized that I like to run. So that looks really cute. Now let's see if I can get these shoes on without too much grief. You know, I wrote down a lot of stuff like for my assessment. So I'm not going to give you all the stories because it would just make it incredibly long and maybe possibly very annoying and, you know, bothersome video. And, you know, I always feel like a lot of people don't like me. That's a very common thing to feel as an autistic person because we don't feel like we fit in and that we're always very weird. And so it's like, I like to be around people and I like to play, but I don't like, you know, I don't like to be around a lot of crowds and things like that to this day. And I would, like, if I go out, like I went to the American Girl store, right, for their spring fling or whatever it was, And it was, you know, that's the thing where if you're a Berry member, you get an invite. They have food, snacks you can eat, and you get lots of discounts and points and all that stuff. So I went to that, and, you know, it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. And I didn't talk to a lot of people at that point. I didn't recognize anybody, and I have had... you know, people that watch my channel come up. Delmar, I did not see her there. Or maybe she was hiding. She saw me. No, I'm just teasing. But she's very nice. And so I didn't really see anybody that I noticed or knew. And so I stuck to myself mostly, which was fine. I had fun, you know, being with other doll people and not really engaging too much, you know. And I am having a heck of a time trying to figure out this. I got the other one on just fine. So yeah, this is me in my confusion. So, you know, it was a fun day. And then, I mean, I actually did go with a friend. It's my ex, Don is his name, and he's you know, he's an ex, but he's like also one of my best friends. And anyway, let me show you. I think it looks cute with this on. I am going to put the bow on. So that's me getting them on. I think I did a better job with that one, but they still look cute, right? It works. This, she looks great in this. I think she looks great. All right, let me stick Angel here for a minute so that when I'm trying to put this on her, it might actually work. So anyway, it was a great day in New York. I bought another Rapunzel. Because I want to keep a Rapunzel as a princess, but I also wanted a Rapunzel that I'm going to name. I haven't given her a name yet. That's a play doll for me because she's gorgeous. And I had lots of fun. Oh my goodness. How's this going to work? Nope, that's a fake bow. All right, let's take this off. And let's get this on. I might have to drop her in my lap, so hang on. And I'll take close-up pictures of her too. All right. So at the end of the day, I got home and I drove, and it took so much energy out of me. I had to recover like a few days. Like it took me a long time to recover till I felt normal and had energy again. So, and it's hard when you go back to work the next day. I need to be smarter about it. I found that I need to, because I mask a lot, you know, oh, that looks terrible. Wow. That needs to be brushed. Let me see. I don't like to brush their hair if it's dry. That was terrible. Yeah. I don't know. Let me see if I get that on a little better. I'm not going to mess too much with it. I don't like to brush their hair when it's dry because I think it wrecks the wig. So, but you get the gist of it. It is really cute on her, and I will fix it up before I take pictures. Oh, anyway, before I keep jabbering here, let me go and bring her in so you can see. Ooh. So yeah, anyway, by being smarter, I mean that if I'm going to plan an outing like that to New York or whatever, they always have it on. They seem to have those events on Sunday. I'm probably going to take the Monday off just so I have a day to recuperate. But even a day sometimes isn't enough for me, depending on the event. So that's a really cute outfit. All right, and then I'm going to dress Meeyah, my autistic doll, here in this. I like to keep her in purple or yellows, anything that either, you know, complements her hairstyle. I love her. See, I think that will look cute on her. I want to give that a go. So she's been in her pajamas. She's been lounging. So, I mean, I kind of wish that I had made a list so this video would have been more succinct about the autism. And so there were other things. There are all kinds of signs about it. And talking to my sisters, I also was able to get a hold of some home videos of when I was really young and saw that, you know, I have always had kind of like an oral fixation. I had lots of stimming, right? Stimming can be repetitive motions Singing. I don't do it on my channel, but I have a lot of songs and things that I repeat a lot, and I'll go blah blah, blah, whatever. Or when I have certain songs and chants and whatever that I repeat with the dogs, especially. I won't sing them for you. I'm not comfortable doing that. But I do that, right? That's the way that I relax myself. And yes, I'm a shaker. I do shake, and I try to be very conscious not to do that. But I do stim also orally. I used to do it a lot as a child. All my pencils were always chewed. Other things, always chewed, caps and plastic. And I found that I don't do that as much. Instead, what I was doing, I was emotional eating, right? And this last year, I put on 15 pounds. Now they're coming off very slowly. It's not easy when you get older to get the weight off. When you're younger, it's very easy, but it's slowly coming off of me. But so I was like, okay, maybe I need to start getting some of the chew toys that they have, right? They have chew toys. So I'm looking at that to help me, not to do that, not to eat, just chew on things instead, when I need to stim in that way. I don't, and I have a glider rocking chair that if I'm having a really rough day or I have to really relax myself, I'll glide back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, And as a child, I used to do that. My mom had a rocker, a spinning chair, and I would spin for hours, I could never do that now. I would throw up. And, I was to the point where it was so annoying for my family, they would have to tell me to cut it out, And then I had like different tics, I guess you would call it tics. I used to do weird things with my face, like like really weird things, and and to the point where people would yell at me to stop it. And then I stopped doing that, and I had this thing I would do, like a belly roll, and I hated doing it. But it was also that's not true. I hated being seen doing that stim, because it was just like, my dad would be like, what's wrong with you? Like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? And other ways that I stemmed were, I used to climb trees all the time, even up until I was adult. I would climb trees. So I think this looks very beautiful on her. I am so excited. Oh my God. She's so beautiful, so cute. Look at this. Now, these shoes would still look really adorable. I mean, I know she wasn't wearing them, but you know what? Because she is unique. She likes this. Yeah, she likes this. Mya likes this, so she's getting them. Yeah, so those are, just a couple examples of things I used to do, that my sisters would tell me about. And yeah, and then even like with dolls, I never played with them. Like when I was really young, I wasn't like comforting my babies, and playing like that. I would throw them. That's how I played with stuffed animals. I would pick them up and throw them. I pick them up and throw them. And I have all this, like, seen this on video. So anyway, so all that, everything that I wrote down, all my history from my grade school days up until today, well, as an adult, I wrote down everything, and then I had my interview with the clinical psychiatrist. That was one of her areas, is autism, and helping people, manage their lives with it. And yeah, got the diagnosis, like, I had to wait, I think it was 6 weeks, and I was nervous, I was pretty confident that, yeah, I did have it, but, oh my God, I just gotta look at this for a minute. Oh my God, she's so beautiful. Oh my God, oh look, yeah, I am, right? And then, of course, it came back and it tested, yeah, she said, yes, you're deaf, you are. They diagnosed me as level 1 because I have been able to keep jobs. I will say I've always been reprimanded at my jobs for not poor performance, but not being real social, like behavior, some socially accepted behavior. I was reprimanded on not realizing I was doing something that had upset somebody. I think what it was a person was showing a new software, and I couldn't keep up. I was like, because I get stuck on one thing at a time. I do have a job where I multitask, but I do it in a very organized way, right? And I've been doing this I've been in the field for over 25 years. So I kind of have it down. But she was, and I started saying out loud, like she wasn't in the room. It was like and I started saying, I can't keep, oh, what is she saying? I don't understand. What does she mean by this? And it was like, it wasn't the right thing to say and the right thing to do. And I didn't think that I was being nasty. I didn't realize that that wasn't right behavior. Like I was trying to let them know, hey, I'm having a hard time here. Can you slow down? And so later on, my manager reprimanded me and said I needed to apologize. And I did. And I apologized, and I burst into tears because I was so upset that I had upset this person. Like that was never my intention. And I just, so I have those social, like I can be I'm very observant of people's faces. I actually am good at that. And you can be, as an autistic person, have no clues of what an expression is. Like people like I don't know what that person means. Some autistic people are like that. With me, I'm hypersensitive. Like I'm a little hypersensitive to that. And I learned, and I don't always get everybody's faces right, like thinking, like I can't, like by their looks, knowing what they think. That doesn't happen to me all the time. But anyway, so I've had that. So anyway, I have the diagnosis, and I think in my next video, because I'm coming to an end, I know I talked a lot, because I had a lot to say, and I do apologize that it's been all over the place. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed me sharing, and that maybe, if you're really more interested in it, I could recommend some channels on autistic behaviors in women, if anybody is interested in that. I'm not going to recommend anything for children. There's tons and tons and tons of information. Oh, by the way, this too, I thought would look really cute, right? This would look really cute. So I'm just resetting myself here. So, like I said, I can put that in the video if you would enjoy that. And the next time I talk about my autistic self, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about my self-acceptance of that diagnosis and where I've gone with it in the future. Anyway, yeah, so obviously, one other thing that I should probably mention real quick as another thing that you'll notice, autistic people can be very fascinated, right, in a particular hobby. We go all out. It's not always about trains, right? I don't know. What could mine be? Could it be dolls? I don't know. Maybe I can't fit them all in. But, let me see. Come over here. Come here. Come on, Angel. Can you fit in? I can't tell anymore. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm back here. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Also, let me know which of my outfits, or the outfits that my dolls are in, is your favorite. And also of my CYO dolls, which is your favorite? So anyway, everybody, thank you so much for taking the time to stop by and see my channel and listen to my story. I know that wasn't maybe real easy, but I'll try to get better again in the future. Take care, everybody, and stay tuned for photos, okay? Bye.